And while we're on working design, one of their more popular titles got, again, remastered for like I think the 4th or 5th time on the PSP, and I decided to pick it up, and that's Lunar Silver Star Harmony. This is the, I think, like I said, the 4th retelling of the same story, remastered. It actually looks freaking amazing. I really wish that they put it on an actual home console instead of a portable console, because it looks great. It looks fantastic. And again, it has, it's by X, so not by XSEED, it's actually by Game Arts, which I think bought out Working Design. Like, I don't know the story behind it, but I think it is. And it was published by XSEED, so. But they definitely went all out. There's the game, obviously. There is, oh my god, the bromate. Seriously, my god. Okay, well, I don't actually, this is just the first one. The bromaze. There's physical, actual bromaze in this. Oh my goodness, like all the bromaze. I think, well, yeah, all the bromaze probably are in this. That is fantastic. I haven't opened it yet. And there's the Lunar Silver Star story, the Silver Story Harmony. And it says music select, so it's probably only a selected amount of tracks, but music cities. It's good. Like, you never see them. Well, you see them. You see them a lot in like PSP games, but you don't see them a lot in anything else other than PSP games. But holy cow, that's pretty good. So that's the premium edition. Sorry, premium edition of Lunar Silver Star Harmony. So I have to say, definitely, this is probably going for insane prices now. But if you can sign the regular version, definitely pick it out. I don't think it's a. It might be on the PSN also, but I'm not 100% sure. But if it is, definitely check it out. It's a great game. I gotta get it. Sorry, a little perch there. Okay, so talking about, this is why I did this one first, because obviously I don't have the Sega CD versions, and I was aware of them, but I never actually played them. But when it went onto the PlayStation, I tried it, and I'm like, I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I picked it up. This is the Lunar Silver Star story complete. And again, it comes with absolutely fantastic stuff. It actually, by Working Design, who, again, it does amazing stuff. Again, look at this book. Look at it. Hardcover. Fully colored. And even hell, at the end of it, is there a mini strategy guide in it. Only for like the first hour or so, but nevertheless, this is how manuals should be made. Really. I know it's all digital, but physical stuff, this is how manuals should be made. And there's the game. I believe you can actually pick up like this version here for cheaper than the complete version, or like the one with the book and everything. And I believe there's an actual, yep, there's a cloth map also. Look at that, cloth map, and a music disc, which I believe is the entire soundtrack. Again, Market design work their ass off to make quality products. That's what it is. And I think that this is actually, it goes for relatively decent price, I guess. I know a new copy goes for insane amounts of money, but a used copy I think is okay. And just make sure that this aren't scratched, because it's PS1, and PS1 is notorious for like getting huge bunch of scratches on it. So check that out. Definitely good. If you can't find this, definitely get the one on the PSP, because Lunar is awesome. It's a great story. Which brings us to, I guess, yep, holy cow, our last one. And I think it's probably one of the best ones out of my entire collection that I showed right now. And that's obviously the second one, Lunar 2, Eternal Blue. And why is it the best? Because they have not made anything better, anything like a remake of this game since this. Because this one is originally on the Sega CD, and this one came out for the PlayStation, and they did not make a remake of this one. They made a remake of the first one for, like, I think the DS, no, for the Game Boy Advance, and I think even the mobile phones, and obviously the PSP. But this one, no. And this one, I have to say, is probably the far superior version than that. This one has better story, better characters, better everything, basically. And yet, they just don't do that. But again, working design. A little bit more of a thicker box. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. See, I think that Haze has like stuff on the top and the bottom. Not just, and the back looks awesome too. Okay, now this one here I absolutely love, because again, working design manuals, and I'm sorry I'm not looking at the camera because I want to actually see if it's in frame. Hardcover manuals. Hell, I don't know if you can see that, but it's blue. The pages are tinted blue. Look at that. Holy cow. Like, that is, it's like a, holy cow. I don't want to say that, but I remember that I've seen some Bibles have gold pages. I think blue is a lot better. Look at that, just that tinge of blue, or hint of blue. Look at that, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Lunar 2. Eternal Blue. And again, fully colored manual. This is the way to make manuals. This is great. It's great. Like, you can just go through it, and it's like you're going through a book. Literally a book. And you're reading on how to play the game. It's good. Obviously, the game, which I know it's 3 discs. Where's it? 4? 1, 2, 3, 4, and it has a making of disc. And I do have to say that Working Design makes awesome making ofs also, because I checked it out, and they go really into depth on their making ofs. So if you can check out the making of all this, it's fantastic. And I think the first one also has a making of. Definitely check that out. So we got the soundtrack, which, what is this? Now this is great. This is fantastic, because it comes with not just the soundtrack, like our select things. It comes with the full soundtrack. And on top of that, if you bought the Vanguard Bandits comes with the demo of Lunar 2, and you can put it in here. That's crazy. You can actually put the demo in with the actual game, and then you'll get it more incomplete. Like that is like crazy. That is, and I'm throwing it all over the place. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good way to treat the games. Oh yes, now this is great, because one, it has a paper. I mean, no, nope. Oh, there's the other one. Okay, I found my other my other cover for the Ark of the Land, so I gotta put that back. But it comes with a map, not the cloth map, but unfortunately a map. And then I might as well throw this because, you know, this guy is like pretty cool. It comes with like little stand-up things. And we have Galleon. And he obviously I'm not going to get into it, but man, that is like fantastic, and I can't actually get him in focus. But cool, that's like, he stands up on his own. That's fantastic. Little things. Little things. Little things. And then this one, this just makes up for the entire like special edition that I think I just got. I think I actually got this for this also, not just the game. But this is fantastic. It is a pendant of one of the main characters. Well, one of the main characters' actual pendant. Like, and the thing is, it's metal. It's metal. It's definitely needs a little bit of TLC, but metal things that come with the game. This could be like a real piece of jewelry. And you don't see things like that anymore that come with games. That's just, and it comes with a whole baggie and everything. Like, holy cow. That is just, it completely blows my mind. It just, holy cow. And this thing, it goes for an interesting amount of money. Like, it goes not too much, but it goes for an interesting, because it's, I wouldn't say it's one of a kind, but it's up there. And if you see it, definitely pick it up, because it is not just a great item to show on the shelf, but an excellent game also to play. Alright, so that comes to the conclusion of my games, or my game collection. I might as well go into a little bit of interesting things here. Now, you know me and my tin boxes. I love tin boxes, which also expands into lunch boxes also. And I saw this, of all places, used in a local video store. And I was a fan of the series, and I'm like, it's like, oh my god, it's a lunchbox. Holy cow. And I didn't realize, oh, it's not just the tin box, it comes with the entire series. And I'm like, okay. And I saw how much it is. It was like literally a fraction of what I usually see it for. A fraction. We're talking fraction-wise here, or like this. Unfortunately, I don't have the actual DVDs, because the DVDs I actually lent to a friend, and the DVD cases are pretty much the same as any other ones, but I wanted to keep this. It's dusty as hell, but anyway, it's the Serial Experiments Lane lunchbox. Now, the actual DVDs actually came in this one. And this is crazy. Like, I really didn't expect to see this ever. Like, I didn't even know this existed, and then I saw it in the place once, and I'm like, damn. Like, seriously? And we can open it up, might as well. Because it has the group and a little thing on pretty much the actual group that does the opening. I'm sorry, I got something in my eye. The opening group that actually does the opening track, which is Duet by Boa. Or Bua. I'm not too sure how I would say I said Boa. But, you know, that's pretty cool, and it has, you know, thing, and the DVDs just go in there. That's pretty much it. And I never expected to see that. Like, this is, like, holy cow, I have never actually expected to see this. So this is definitely a good find. That's good. I can't really say I'm too much of an anime fan, but I'm more a fan of, like, the 80s and 90s anime than anything past 2000. So that brings me up to the thing of the good studio that I think started back in, what, 95 or so, around there. But they did excellent, like, translations, and then they started getting a little bit better, and then they started going into dubbing. But they got a hold of the rights for Neon Genesis Evangelion, and that's, I'm talking about AD Vision or AD Films or whatever you want to call it right now, because how I remember it is AD Vision, because I was there pretty much literally almost from the beginning, because I actually saw their early tapes, like their early VHS tapes of, like, Devil Hunter Yoko, and that was mainly Devil Hunter Yoko. I remember that, because they used to have, like, the weird, like, interesting covers, because you would be like, wow. But they got a hold of rights of Evangelion, and they just promoted the hell out of it, basically, through VHS tapes and DVDs, and then other special editions, and then eventually they came out with Premium Edition, which is, I think, the pretty much how you want to see the series. And eventually it came out with, you know, special editions of the series. So I basically got this, and nothing else kind of came out close to this other than, like, the movies recently. And this is the Neon Genesis Platinum Edition box. This is the entire series. The Platinum discs, yes. The actual box is in fairly good condition. I try to keep my things in very good condition. And I can even, like, go with... So the thing is, I got the actual Platinum... The Platinum DVDs by themselves. And then I'm like, okay, they came all together in, like, this box. So, here you go. How many volumes is this? 7? All 7 volumes. In thin DVD boxes, but nevertheless. I really don't know what to say about the series other than I have to probably review it sometime, because it is basically a mindfuck. Not at first. You watch the series, you're like, what the hell's going on? You kind of get it, but what you're getting is not exactly what it means. There's so much deeper meaning and layers to the series that you don't really know what's going on until you read up on it, and it's like, wow. And I saw this series before the internet was like a big thing, so I talked a lot about this series back in high school. And that was just like, holy cow. Like, I started to try to picture and get theories on anything. And then when the internet came by, even then, like, theories were very scarce. But I definitely had to pick this up because it was probably one of the finest moments of ADV vision, ADV films, whatever it is, whatever they call them. They call themselves before they actually closed down, which was really sad. But you know, what are you gonna do? Maybe I'll do something on ADV because it was such a part of my life when I was back in the early days of anime, when I actually really got into it. I'm like, got into some weird stuff, and like, holy cow. So if you can pick this up, it has the complete series. I recommend seeing it if you haven't seen it already. Definitely a great series. And if you can't get this, I would say just find a way to actually watch the series because it's great. And then the movies after connect from the series, and then the newer movies because they're pretty grand. And the anime, the manga. If you can actually get your hands on the manga, then manga would be great too. Well, and I might as well show this because I actually showed it anyway. This is the actual art book for Serial Experiments Lane. I saw this actually in a comic book store once, and I'm like, wow. I never thought I would see this, ever. And it's obviously important because it's backwards here. But I really don't want to actually butcher the guy's name, but he does some excellent artwork. And the artwork is fantastic. But this is how an art book should be like. Like, I've loaned this to a few people, and it's still in supreme condition. Like, there might be a little bit of like wear and tear on the edges, but it's a great book. And that's the thing. I want to. It's really hard to actually find some really good anime books, especially these days, especially with old anime. Like, I'd like to get a few of them that I've actually watched in the past, but try to find them for like reasonable price. Anyway, going on, we're going into. Actually, let's get into art books. Why not? Alright. So let's get into the most terrible art books first. So when I got the Devil May Cry 4, it came with our art book. It was the first special edition art book I kind of got that kind of led to the disappointment of art books. Look at this. Look at it. I can cover it with my hand. It's hardcover, so that's good. But other than that, I have to say the actual art itself is good, but it'd be so much better if it was bigger. That's the thing. I think you can pick up like an actual good art book, but this came with a pre-order, so I'm like, not bad. It's something. I just don't know where to put like these small art books because they don't go anywhere. They don't fit with my other books. It's like I can put it behind me and fit it with my manga maybe. Alright, so this one here. This one actually came with a pre-order. And I got the pre-order of Xenoblade Chronicles, and I got the art book with it. I do have to say it's a little bit interesting because it's usually a picture art book like this, but this is more of a landscape one. I do have to say this is a little bit more better quality than, well, this one here, because it just feels like it's actually been good and taken care of. And it has emboss. You can actually feel like it's actually embossed only in the front. And the art is pretty good. Like it's half decent. It has like some stuff from the game. And the back looks pretty good with the guy with his sword. Yes. No, it just makes me funny because, you know, a popular YouTuber actually loves this game and he brought this to PAX, and I'm like, that's awesome. That sword looks friggin' amazing. But yeah, that's pretty good. Xenoblade Chronicles art book. It's good. It's good. And I think there's an official art book out there too. Alright, so here. Now when I got pre-ordered this game, I actually got an art book for it, and it actually is a real art book. So, and that was the Xenosaga art book. Yeah, this is an art book. This is like a size of an art book. When I think of art book, this is what I expect. And I actually put it in like a comic plastic because I actually want to keep this nice and good. And I would open it up, and it's your basic art book stuff. Now this is pretty much what I expected from the second one, but the second one got a DVD of all the cutscenes from the first game, which is pretty good actually. It makes a good like 3-hour movie basically. It's basically what this game is, a movie just with game mechanics basically. And I was disappointed they didn't have an art book for the second one, but that leads into the third one, which got an art book. It has an emboss front for some reason. Don't know why. But I was actually somewhat a little bit disappointed because the size. Like, we actually got a comparison there. This here is slightly smaller than the original one. Like, maybe I'm just going on about a little bit. But yeah, we got. Yeah, might as well show Cosmos. Like it's there. Got all that. You got your basic stuff. I don't know. It just seems like it's lacking a little bit, and plus it seems very thin. But you know, that's good. And well, you got. I think Talos. I think it's Talos. Actually, let's see. Talos. I don't even know what her name is. Creepy guy. Yeah, it's like Talos. Elos. It's Telos. Talos. I don't know. Something like that. But anyway, it's good. The whole series takes a lot of patience, which I don't have to go through again. I went through it again twice. The first and the second game twice. The third game, I just wanted to get it over with to see the ending. And because it was supposed to be a 6-part series and squished it into 3, so it was kind of disappointing. If it was a 6-part, the second game kind of killed it for the third one. But maybe I'll do some kind of retrospective on Xenosaga. Xenosaga was interesting because the game prior to it, Xenogears, was highly acclaimed, being, I don't know, just hugely. It's like one of those games within the game games, if that makes any sense. There's just so much content, and even the second disc was so rushed. It's just so much. And then Xenoblade, it's like, it's not well, it might be connected in some way, but it's a great series that needs to be going into, and probably finds tons of stuff on there, but the art book for the third one, a little lacking.